What's going on, guys? Spencer here with HM Massage, back with another pro massage techniques, this time focusing on the scalene muscles. Your scalene muscles are comprised of 3 different muscles: the anterior scalene, the middle scalene, and the posterior scalene. These all originate from your transverse or side processes of your C3 to C7, and they go down to your ribs and clavicle. These are important to work because they lead to a lot of neck pain. Trigger points can get embedded in these muscles, and those can lead to headaches, as well as there is a lot of nerve innervation that runs through these muscles. So any time that there is numbness or tingling down the arm into the hands, scalenes could be a culprit. Looking into the massage here, I'm just working along the traps, the levator, and the posterior scalene towards the back. And one thing I want to focus on is just how slow I'm going. I'm not doing any rapid movements, but rather I'm just finding this tight area. The muscles here, they can all kind of become fused together. So I'm spending a lot of time just sinking into the muscles and separating out those individual tendons and fibers. And most of the time I always work surrounding muscles before I target the individual muscles themselves. This is just to release the outside muscles that might anchor it out of position, and so then we can go in and actually release trigger points and adhesions that we find. On to the actual scalenes. With the scalenes, I like to start at their origin, the side of the neck, and then work my way down right underneath the clavicle, where I'm actually putting my fingers underneath it. And you'll see I'm rocking back and forth, a little hard to tell, but I'm actually moving her head as well. And that is just doing a very slight pin and stretch on the scalenes, giving it a rocking action, so I'm getting pressure and then I'm stretching them as well. And do work with caution here. There are a lot of nerves and arteries that you don't want to press too hard on, but staying on the muscle and occasionally checking in with your client, you'll be totally fine. Some pec work helps the scalenes as well, because they do attach to the first and second rib. Moving over to another angle, just to show you how I work the origin of the scalenes. That first clip was primarily down at the clavicle and rib attachments, but this shows really well how I'm going slow and starting at the transverse portions of the neck, and then working down under the clavicle like you just saw. Walking back across the clavicle, and then you'll see we go back up the traps to the origin again, and then we're working down the scalenes and SCM, and all of that collectively is known as the scalene triangle. And finally, I do like to throw in some vibration, especially on the origin part, where the scalenes are very stuck together. This is more just an addition to separating out the fibers, releasing the tension, releasing trigger points. And then of course, always follow through the muscle all the way until it attaches and keep going. You never want to stop massaging a muscle halfway through, because the stroke feels very incomplete and it doesn't feel that great. And I'll trace the scalene triangle a few more times. This time I'm going to go back in with my thumb just to get a very specific deeper tissue stroke. I always say never to use your thumbs too much, but only in moderation, and only when you're doing lighter, more specific work like this, in order to save our thumbs. Then, as the massage is finished, you can go in to work the suboccipitals or other parts of the neck, or move on with the rest of the body. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a like if you did, and subscribe to the channel for new content every single week. I'll see you guys on the next video. I hope you have a great rest of your day.